Oh, hello. How you doing there? Just doing this random video in response to BubzBeauty because she did a relationship video, and what I thought was so funny is she called it Girl Talk, and I thought, you know what, all the relationship advice she gave was great, and she thinks she's so smart. Well, actually she kind of is. She is pretty smart. What I was gonna do was make a video in response to that called Man Talk, about relationship advice specifically for men and things that, you know, girls have always asked me. I know that everybody's different. People have different types of relationships, different kind of dynamics. You might be in a totally different age group than me. I tried to put together all the advice that I thought would be just generally helpful for anybody. Let's just go ahead and get started. Number one piece of advice for any man: know yourself, know what you want to do with your life, and do it all out. I'm telling you, this is so important, and this is probably gonna pertain more to the younger crowd, because when you're young, you're just getting out of high school, you should be learning about yourself, what you want out of your life, and you should be doing it, or at least pursuing it so that you can one day do it. Nothing sexier to a woman than a man that knows exactly what he wants to do, and he's doing it all out. Number two piece of advice is be yourself. If you do eventually get into a relationship with somebody later on down the road and you're not yourself, it will be detrimental to you, trust me, because you're gonna show her this kind of guy that you are at the very beginning, and then later on you end up not being that, and there's gonna be a lot of tension. She's gonna be like, what? You weren't like this in the beginning, blah, blah, blah. In my relationship with Judy, which I'll tell you, you guys see all the good stuff and none of the bad stuff, so don't think like I'm the perfect guy by any means, but what I can say is at the beginning of our relationship, I laid it on really thick in terms of who I was, and I was totally myself. I didn't put any kind of face on that's different from what I was feeling inside, and I was always myself. So that's very important. So number three is give her your attention. You wouldn't believe the things that this would do for you. When she's talking to you, you look at her, you turn off your cell phone, you turn off the computer, you turn off the TV. If you're reading something, you put it down. As long as it's in a, you know what? Psh, X that. Any time of the day, if you give her your full attention, I mean, you like, oh, hey, bro, I'm trying to talk to my woman here. Just hold on one second. What's up, honey? How you doing? She will just love that. And the funny thing is, the more you do that consistently, the more she's gonna give you space. So if you're saying like, well, my girl wants to talk to me all day, she's like blowing up my phone, she just texting me, she's like always wants to be around. Well, you know what? Maybe the reason she wants to be around is because you don't give her attention in the first place. Bam! That's it. Actually, there's more. Number four, show her you're thinking about her. Whether it's in the beginning of your relationship, or you're 5 years deep, or you're married like I am, always show her you're thinking about her at least once a day, if not multiple times. And that can be as little as a text message saying I love you, or I'm thinking about your kiss, I'm thinking about your hug, can't wait to see you later. It can be a phone call saying, hey baby, you know, I was just in the middle of work. Or even go out of your way to visit her. Maybe you go to her work and you say, hey baby, on your lunch break, you want to go out to lunch, you know? Catch some Chinese food. You just want to show her you're thinking about her at least once a day, which is the minimum. Judy, when I'm away on one of my trips, I'm taking care of business, maybe I'm gone for 2 days, she loves it when I call her, even if it's right before I go to sleep, just to say, honey, I love you, I'm thinking about you, how was your day, woo woo woo, 5 minutes on phone, bam, I'm sleeping. That easy enough? Number five, be honest. And I even go as far as say brutally honest. Obviously you want to be respectful, you don't want to hurt her feelings, but know this: when you are truly honest to the person that you're in a relationship with, it's not always going to be something she wants to hear, and that's okay, and that's part of being yourself anyways. You want to be honest about what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you want, everything. Because if you're not honest with her, it's gonna come out in some other way, and when you hold it in, all that negative energy, it is not good, and you want to make sure you just let it out verbally, communicate. You know, the girls are always like, oh my God, he doesn't know how to talk to me. He never communicates to me. That's what I'm saying. Just be honest with her. Be like, you know, baby, you know, this is what I want. If what you tell her makes her unhappy or maybe even breaks you guys apart, it might be a good thing. And don't think just breaking apart is a bad thing. Trust me, there's plenty of fish in the sea, and there's not just one person that you're gonna fall in love with, blah, blah, blah. But when you're married, that's life. Just remember that. Number 6, throw your ego out the door. Don't let pride get in the way. This is probably the number one detrimental thing to relationships is men, specifically for men, they just let get their ego in the way. They can't take criticism, anything negative that goes against them as a man and me being like macho or whatever. Those are things you just need to just set aside and realize part of growing is getting criticism, letting your woman be honest, telling you there's something bad about you, whatever it might be. Now, I'm not saying that all that means you need to change yourself by any means, but at least be patient, listen to what she's saying, and let her talk. Number 7, take care of business. I talk about all the time in Judy's vlogs, taking care of business. As a man, if you're the one that's making the money, go to work hard, make that moolah, bring home the bacon, take care of your family, take care of your woman, take care of business. Now, this doesn't just go for just making money and, you know, taking care of your family or your woman. It's also about little things around the house. There is nothing more sexy than a man that can change his own oil in his car or can fix something. Judy loves it. Like, I just hung up a mirror the other day and she thought that was sexy. Or maybe you're somebody that's supporting your wife. Like, there's a lot of times where I have to support my wife. You can still take care of business. Whatever your life may be, whatever your role is in your relationship, just make sure you take care of business. I'm telling you, your woman will love you for it. Or your man, or whatever it might be that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Number 8, be a man. If you know yourself and you're being yourself and you know your principles and you know what you want to do with your life and you just know and you're being a good man, you're working hard and you're doing everything you can to be a good man for your woman, gotta be a man and lay down the law. I was actually researching before I did this video on other things that other people were saying about what men should be like, and one of them stood out and they said, usually women don't know what they want. No offense to the women out there, BubzBeauty, you know what I'm talking about. So many women out there don't even know what they want. They might know they want a kid, or maybe they know they, you know, want this certain type of career. There's been so many times in my relationship with Judy where I just went with my gut feeling and I knew my principles and I knew exactly where we're going or what we were doing and what the right thing was, and I laid down the law and she was so thankful. In fact, she thought it was sexy. And she was like, baby, I love you for that. That's what it is to be a man. You're like the head of the family and you're gonna lead the way, and you always take advice and you always listen to what your wife has to say, but sometimes you have to make the decisions for the family, and that's just the way it is. I'm not saying men always make the right decision, and that's why you have your woman, okay? It's like a 50-50 thing. And then also for being a man too is be the bigger man. When you have petty fights, you always have to say sorry. That's just the way it is, and that's part of being a man. No matter how wrong she is, you are always wrong up front, okay, verbally. Women are smart enough to know when they're wrong deep down inside. They might not tell you, just let her be right. Remember, the woman's always right, even though I didn't put that in this video, because Judy's gonna hold me to it. I'm just kidding. Knowing yourself enough so you can make the good decisions, and 2, just be a man and always take the high road. Last piece of advice, last principle to things that men should know for their relationships with their women is this. Number 9, respect your woman, period. That's about it. The last thing I just wanted to mention was this. Notice I didn't say being romantic, money, flash, the way you look or you dress, buying tons of gifts for her, because this is the thing, all those things are just very superficial. Really, anybody can do it. And the thing is, the things I talked about before is gonna build your foundation. It's gonna build you up as a real man, and all those things would just be extras and bonuses. Anyway, so there you go. You heard it from me. I hope you don't mind. Like I said, this is a response to BubzBeauty. Go look at her video and comment, say, hey, Benjamin TV sent me this way. And this is a direct response to her girl talk. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Benjamin TV. Thanks for watching. Peace out. I don't know.